going to start off here with what ends up leading to probably the biggest surprise of the night. But before we get to that, there's a couple of different promos that are associated with it. Because Tony Schiavone was backstage with, well, all the men of JAS. The ladies weren't there. Ty might have been, getting her gear and everything ready because she had a match later in the night.
Mm-hmm.
Jericho has been defending so hard, tapping out to that swing on Ring of Honor pay-per-view.
The giant swing is barbaric and it should be banned, okay?
Inhumane. You're risking, like on social
media,
media,
should be banned.
He says you're risking permanent brain damage and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Like he could have shit himself and puked and whatever else he said could have happened to him.
No, Mox said that part. Later.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Mox said that. Yeah, whatever. But yeah, whatever could have happened to him, he could have shit, he could have puked.
Mm-hmm.
It was all bad. Okay. He had to tap out.
He says he's going to face a jobber tonight in a tune-up match for his rematch.
He's going to take out his anger.
No, he's going to take out his anger, all right.
Yeah.
But then Tony goes to slide over to Garcia to bring up the fact that he lost his Pure Championship to Wheeler Yuta. And before Garcia really gets to say anything, Jericho has to step in again. We're going to have to deal with more Sammy.
Says that's so. He just told Garcia to get with Sammy because Sammy's a good mentor. And I'm like,
hold on though. He says you need more mentorship, so you're gonna shadow your elder. So you're thinking he's gonna pick someone with a decent amount of experience, like someone at least in their 30s, probably.
And say like the only people in that group that are older are him and Hager.
Cool Hand and Daddy Magic are also pretty old.
Oh,
but
yeah,
that's not people that you would meant to shadow though.
Right.
I could have seen Hager just because of the technical and MMA style going along with Garcia, but no. It was Sammy, and he was so happy about it.
He was like, "Yeah, I'm going to be a great mentor. I'm going to teach him how to cheat better."
And you can start seeing it on Friday night because on Rampage, basically he wants Moxley.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, and Hager loves his hat.
Yeah. Sammy talked a little bit more. Schiavone went to sign off, and Hager just throws it in there, completely cutting him off.
Yeah, I love this hat.
If we can give silly little things like this to Jake Hager and it could end up working,
I love.
Why can't we do anything for Brian Cage?
Yeah.
Get to that later.
But yeah, I love Jake Hager and the hat thing, man. It's made him not boring because he wasn't scary.
I mean, at least
because he was only doing the tough, scary guy thing, and he has a goofy face, so it just doesn't work.
His job a lot of the time was also to lose to set up for Jericho.
Exactly.
So that didn't work. He didn't really have the personality. Now he may be more for comedy, but so is like half of JAS, so whatever.
Yeah, that's what the point of JAS is.
Hager, Daddy Magic, and Cool Hand for the trios belts.
No.
I didn't say they have to win.
Okay. They can have a match, but that's it.
Let them have
They cannot win them.
Let them have a little bit of run where we kind of get to see Daddy Magic and Cool Hand win and get a few matches there on TV against whoever, and then they can lose.
Yeah. Those are guys that I like because of their rare appearances. If they were around too much more, I wouldn't be a fan.
Well, depending on what happens later, what happens with JAS, that's also a big question mark. Because if Jericho's losing his damn mind and JAS is going to end soon, then obviously there's no point to kind of try to give them a little bit of credibility.
Yeah.
But
they had all their credibility already. They're good.
Those two are treated like jokes. But BCC, unfortunately, continuing this for at least one more match. Fox says people are later on tonight. He says people are kind of confused about what's going on with the BCC. He said that they would make a statement, and they did, because Yuta elbowed Garcia's face into oblivion, and that Claudio swung a grown man around by his ankles until he wanted to pass out and soil himself.
Mm-hmm.
On Friday night, he choked out Takeshita like a sack of potatoes. I was all good with this promo until he had to just kind of shit over Takeshita.
Yeah. That's bullshit.
Like, you didn't have to do it so negative.
A shout out to the person in the crowd that had a Takeshita as God sign.
He basically says there's one more left at Sammy on Rampage, and he also tells Hangman that, you know, he can always grab his friends from the Dark Order and come find them too.
Yeah. So are we about to put the JAS BCC thing to rest finally?
I hope so, because you at least got Danielson about to enter into something with someone that we'll get into later.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, Mox versus Hangman's going to become a thing.
Right.
And I swear on my life, I will turn off the TV if I see another Yuta versus Garcia match in the next 3 months.
Yeah.
It could open the show. I will turn off my TV and skip that entire episode of Dynamite.
Yeah, those two, they're really good in ring together, good chemistry and all that. Both of them really good technical wrestlers. But yeah, let's not see that again. Like, definitely not against seeing it down the road sometime. Because, like I said, these two do put on a good match. But yeah,
that's why I'm like,
let's see something else happen.
At least 3 months.
Mm-hmm. Something else has got to happen.
If you can go 3 months and then you can kind of revisit it for a reason outside of a feud, like maybe another tournament happens or something where it's a one-off, fine. But we just watched the feud between these groups go for way too fucking long.
Yeah, JAS pretty much started when I started watching AEW, and this feud has lasted almost that entire time.
And Garcia versus Yuta for the Pure Championship has been a staple of that. At least Jericho versus Claudio for the Ring of Honor Championship only started like the last third of it.
Yeah, I'm gonna say at least that happened twice.
And I know he faced him. I think Claudio faced him before he was champion. I could be wrong. But
I don't think in a singles match.
I'm so happy that it seems like we're moving on from it.
Yeah.
In part
I hope
of that reason is Jericho's match tonight. And his reaction after the fact.
Dude. Yeah. Jericho and the guy that he referred to as a jobber.
Action and ready.
AKA Great Value Will Ospreay, because I legitimately thought that was Will Ospreay in the ring for a second until the camera got closer to him, and I was like, oh, okay, it's just Great Value Will Ospreay, it's not him.
And it gets worse because our blunder of the night, whatever we decide on calling that, when they did his introduction and said his name, which not always the easiest thing to hear, the graphics card for their name, they put Jericho's back up on the dude. So that man is now Chris Jericho.
Yes, Chris Jericho, the Ocho. Not just any Chris Jericho. Remember, there are many Chris Jerichos. He is the Ocho specifically.
So
yeah, just to add insult to it, like, hey, this guy is nobody. We can't even put his name on the graphic.
It was so bad, and because Jericho called it earlier, there's a chant that I was trying to figure out what was going on, and I had asked you, and you were able to come up with it. What was that chant?
Let's go, jobber. Let's go, jobber.
And a big crowd pop when he kicked out the code breaker before they went to commercial.
Dude.
I literally just have in my notes that Andretti can move. There's holy shit chants.
Yeah.
And then it goes right to Action counters Jericho and kind of did a roll through, but they said he dropped him on his head. It was slightly not super smooth, but didn't look that bad.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, nothing that he did looked bad to me. I thought it was...
Oh, I'm not saying it would have been on him, because it was almost like he countered, but then he was doing like a rolling head scissors out of it, where Jericho normally would kind of flip/roll through to his back.
Yeah.
That part didn't happen too smooth, the whole.
Yeah, that didn't. Yeah. That is right. But yeah, I thought this was definitely the biggest surprise of the night.
Because after that, he hit the running shooting star press and had the win. Sorry, never actually said he won yet.
Mm-hmm.
Go on now.
Oh. I don't even remember what I was about to say because you cut me off.
You were saying it was the biggest match of the night, and then you were saying like in the beginning, so I was like, wait, we didn't say what the surprise was.
Shit, I don't know, I'm toked. Keep on going.
He got "You Deserved It" chance, and Chris Jericho just had a stunned look on his face.
Mm-hmm.
And later was seen throwing shit around all backstage, losing his damn mind. Is this a crisis of confidence for Jericho? Is this his next story? That he's losing it, falling apart?
I hope so. It seems like the right kind of story for Jericho now.
I wonder if that means we'll kind of get a... kind of like how Darby did recently, but it only lasted like one more week. Jericho maybe ends the JAS and says he has to prove something to him for himself.
That just doesn't seem like Jericho MO though, but...
I'm not saying right now.
Like, yeah.
I imagine the descent will probably be a bit slower.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's not gonna happen fast.
At some point, if you're losing confidence, you gotta be able to prove it to yourself, right?
Mm-hmm. Eventually, it's gonna be the Sammy Guevara Appreciation Society.